Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Welcome to all the devotees to our weekly satsang program. So, we were discussing from Canto 3, chapter 26. So, in the last week, we just started chapter 26, wherein Lord Kapila is going to talk about Sankhya Yoga, the detailed analytical description of 28 elements. So that was the topic of this chapter. We just briefly saw first few verses when Lord Kapila started describing about the characteristics of Paramatma, Atma and Prakriti, and also the relationship between those three, etc. So basically, following the request of Mother Devoti, wherein she requested Lord Kapila to speak about that particular kind of bhakti which she is supposed to practice so that she will attain his lotus feet very easily. That Lord Kapila described in the previous chapter. And then she also made another couple of inquiries saying that please talk about Jnana and Ashtanga, following which a person can be freed from the influence of material existence or from the clutches of Maya. So now Lord Kapila is going to talk about Jnana and Ashtanga Yoga. But in this chapter, he is just beginning the Jnana. So, last week we discussed few things. So, just in reference to the recap of all those things which we discussed in the last week, and also to move on today's discussion, there is some background. So, this we discussed long back at the beginning of teachings of Lord Kapila, before the beginning of 25th chapter. So, Bhagavatam third canto talks about three aspects. The whole third canto revolves around these three aspects only: Pradhana, Vidya and Vidya. Pradhana is another name of Prakriti, so which is nothing but the facilitator or the matter in which we all of us are living. So, Pradhana transforms itself into 24 material elements. By the combination of these 24 elements, we have the entire universe in toto, and also we have our individual bodies. All our individual bodies are also nothing but the combination of the same 24 material elements. So that is the first part of entire creation, which is nothing but Prakriti. Prakriti herself transforms into 24 material elements. And from same Prakriti again comes Avidya. So because of Avidya, all the living entities in the material world are bound by so many false designations, false conceptions, false understandings, false belief systems. So how we see these false understandings and false conceptions? Because of Avidya, Asmita, Raga, Dvesha, Abhinivesha. They are the 5 features of Avidya which actually bind us in this material world by giving us a different disposition, different identity. Basically, our original identity is an Amsha of the Supreme Lord, an Amsha of Paramatma. So Avidya makes us forget that original understanding of our original identity. And Asmita gives us new identity in whichever body we are staying. We identify with that body. Currently, we are staying in the human body. We say that we are human beings. So in the next life, we may enter into some Devata body. Then we say that we are Devata. So our current identity is based on the current body in which we are living. That body is made up of the 24 elements. That is nothing but Pradhana or Prakriti. So like that. So while we are living in a particular body, we have so many associates. We develop friendship with them, so we have attachment for them. But at the same time, we also develop some enmity with others. We have desha with them, and we know that this body is not permanent. Atma may be permanent, but body is not permanent. So there is something called death. So before death comes, we all want to enjoy as much as possible. That is Abhinivesha. So something because of these 5 things, we are actually bound in this material world by misidentification or wrong identification with the body in which we are residing. So how to come out of this misidentification and go back to Godhead? That is by taking shelter of Vidya. So Vidya is also described in Vedic literatures which talk about karma. What is karma? How to practice karma? What is jnana? How to practice jnana? What is tapasya? How to practice tapasya? What is vairagya? How to cultivate vairagya? What is ashtanga yoga? How to practice ashtanga yoga? And what is bhakti and how to practice bhakti? So all these things. Come.